Mental health is a subject that a lot of people do not take seriously. This year, a lot has happened in just 5 months. With coronavirus, police brutality, people going homeless, and failing businesses, a lot of people are prone to mental health issues. One of the most recorded mental health issues is depression. Depression is a mood disorder that involves persistent sadness and loss of interest in things that someone used to love. It's an ongoing problem which can last several weeks, months, or even years. Some of the symptoms that you should look out for with depression include weight gain or weight loss that is not intentional, restlessness, changes in appetite, reduced interest in activities that someone used to love, fatigue, feelings of worthlessness, difficulties in thinking or concentrating, recurring thoughts of suicide or attempting suicide, irritability, and dwelling of negative thoughts. These are just but a few of the symptoms. You might be a friend, a family member, a colleague, or a caregiver of someone who is going through depression. Sometimes you want to help, but you don't really know what to do. Some things you tell them can actually be harmful to them without you knowing. These are some of the things that you should not tell someone who is dealing with depression. When you tell someone to let it go, it does not offer much hope to the individual. They usually do not believe things will go right. They are already overwhelmed by the present and therefore cannot make things better for the future. It seems impossible to them. It is not easy to just let it go. What you can do is just do your best to be with them in the moment. Listen to what they have to say and make them feel loved. When you tell someone dealing with depression that it's all in their head, you are dismissing their feelings and invalidating them. This tends to sound like you are accusing them of making things up. They usually have triggers which they cannot control, especially if they experience trauma in their past. Recommending things such as being more social or getting themselves out there can be unhelpful. This is because depression may cause a series of other physical and emotional effects like fatigue, muscle aches, and lack of motivation. When they hear it's all in their head, they may feel responsible for having depression, and this may lengthen or make the situation worse. Instead, you can tell them that it's okay and that you're there for them. Try spending time with them without forcing them into doing things. Some people have perfected the art of looking okay. This does not necessarily mean that they are indeed okay. Sometimes how someone feels does not really match how they look. Mental illnesses can often be invisible. How other people see them can also weigh heavy on them. This can be family, friends, neighbors, co-workers, and even other people. Telling them that they do not look depressed can make them not want to reach out for help. Sometimes someone can want to reach out for help, but they feel unsafe or unheard due to the experiences they get after opening up to their loved ones about their problems and getting dismissed. Telling someone dealing with depression to simply snap out of it makes the person feel disheartened and hopeless. The treatment for depression is usually therapy or medicine. Snapping out of it could therefore be difficult or even impossible for them. A person with depression has low levels of neurotransmitters. Neurotransmitters are supposed to carry chemical signals that balance or boost physical and psychological functions such as mood, heart rate, appetite, fear, and many more. Asking them to try harder or snap out of it is therefore difficult. What you can do instead is ask them what you can do to make it better and lighter for them. You should also make sure that you follow up on promises that you made to them. Everybody's pain is different. People cope with pain differently, and sometimes minor things to you may be a mountain to someone dealing with depression. You can never know how someone else feels or the struggles they have been through. Sometimes feeling like they don't know why they feel the way they do could make things worse for them. It is always unwise to compare your experiences and pain to those of someone else. You should be empathetic instead. Sometimes just listening can go a long way in making someone feel better. Telling someone that nobody cares minimizes their feelings and experiences and can be extremely harmful and malicious to someone. It may increase feelings of shame, embarrassment, and guilt. It may also lead to suicidal thoughts or self-harming. Sometimes how they feel can be overwhelming for you as a caregiver, family, or friend. You also need to take care of yourself first so you can be able to think clearly while helping someone dealing with depression. This is to avoid burnout. Sometimes burnout can make you say things or do things to someone that you will never really do. It is okay to take some time for yourself if you've started feeling overwhelmed by everything. Telling someone that they are a downer may seem like you're making it all about you. It may seem to them like they are responsible for making you unpleasant. Feeling like they are to blame can increase feelings of humiliation. It may make them isolate themselves more and not ask for any help. Feeling like they are alone can decrease their self-esteem and self-love. You should therefore put yourself in their shoes and know that they are not intentionally trying to be a downer. Depression is an illness. It is not as simple as being sad. You cannot choose to be depressed. You can have a satisfactory or an excellent life, but still experience depression. The quality of someone's life cannot dictate if they will be depressed or not. It can be due to genetics, traumatic experiences, or even can originate from illnesses. As stated before, someone's outward look cannot really mean that they feel the same on the inside. You may not be meaning to be hurtful to someone, but imagine feeling like your world is crashing and then someone randomly tells you how terrible you look. It will make them feel like everyone knows that they are going through it, and therefore it will increase feelings of shame. Give them an opportunity to share what has been going on in their lives. Having someone by their side will make them feel like they have an anchor. This will help them in the process of getting over depression. Some people have recurring depression, as I stated before. It may be from genetics, past traumatic experiences, or depression originating from chronic illnesses. It is therefore not easy to know the source. You might find that you are actually way off. If you're not a professional, avoid telling someone why they feel the way they do. What you should do instead is help the person try to find help from professionals. As I conclude, let me give you tips for helping someone who is dealing with depression. The first one is make sure that you educate yourself as much as possible about things to do with depression. Be patient with them and do not rush the process. Avoid offering advice or tough love. Avoid judging or criticizing them because this will minimize their feelings. Avoid making comparisons and just be there with them. Hold their hand and speak warmly to them. You can be surprised how small gestures, such as cooking for them or leaving them a voicemail, can help them in the process of dealing with depression. If you liked this video, please hit the thumbs up, don't forget to subscribe, and comment down below if you'd like me to do more mental health videos.